Shalom, my name is Yehoshua. I'm making this video from Jerusalem. Let me just check, see the video's sound is up. Okay, good. First, Purim Someach. Tonight we go to Shul and we read the Megillat Esther, which is the Purim story. Okay, so for those who don't know what it's about, it's really simple. It's quite dramatic, but it's really a story about Esther and Mordechai. Esther became the queen of ancient Shushan, the capital of Persia, and Mordecai brought her up. She was his niece. And the wicked Haman wanted a decree to destroy the Jews because he was a very arrogant man, and Mordecai would sit at the gate when he would come and everybody would bow, but Mordecai would not. He only feared God. So for that reason alone, he was incited sufficiently to persuade Ahasuerus, the king of Persia at the time, to issue a decree for the destruction of the Jews, and the story unfolds. Now, into this story comes after the decree is issued, the king cannot sleep one particular evening, and so chronicles. The tradition was that the events of the day would be recorded in what was called the Book of Chronicles. So it was brought to him and read to him, and he learned about a conspiracy to murder the king that was uncovered by his loyal servant Mordecai the Jew. And so the king asked what was done for this man, and they said nothing. So he gets up very troubled and disturbed, and he goes to his room, and he's sitting on his throne, and there in the court is Haman, his advisor. So he summons Haman, and he says to Haman, what should be done for a man that the king wishes to honor? And immediately Haman thinks, well, that's got to be me that he's talking about. So he lays on a very comprehensive, he should ride the king's horse, the king's robe, the king's ring and crown and signet, and be brought through the center of the capital of Shushan, and someone should lead the way and say, this is what is done to the man that the king wishes to honor. And so King Ahasuerus says to Haman, good, now go and do that immediately for the Jew Mordecai, who's sitting in the gate. And so we see there's quite a twist of fate here, because Haman, as we repeat, thought that was going to be, well, in every era and in every generation before exile, and we faced lots of Hamans, okay, the Jewish people. And now exile has ended, but we have intentional Hamans, sometimes politically or otherwise. And so in this season of Purim, and we wish you again Purim Someach, which means happy Purim, we would remind you that there's going to be a very great surprise. Bibi is going to go to Washington to meet with Barack Obama, and he is under the distinct impression that Barack Obama wants to honor him. But the fact of the matter is Barack Obama has learned that there is a righteous Jew who defended Barack Obama and made many hundreds of videos that assisted him dramatically in his election on the campaign trail, and that this man, this righteous Jew, is an American who lives in Jerusalem, and that when political forces align to undertake that which would destroy the honor and libel the Jewish people, he resisted it, and he paid a very great price personally, and he was punished very severely by the politicians. But he preserved his integrity and his honor, and preserved the Jewish honor. And he did not allow harm to come to American interests by standing up against the political echelon in Israel. And so Barack Obama has learned the story, And he wants to know what was done for this honorable Jew who is an American hero, who protected American strategic interests. And in fact, there's a very interesting twist. The very thing that America needs to solve its macroeconomic crisis is the very thing that he preserved for the American president. And the answer he learned and is about to have confirmed to him, interesting, by a Jew who works for him by the name of Rahm Emanuel. Nothing was done for that one. So when Bibi enters as the modern day Haman, expecting to be honored, he's going to get a little surprise. So you see, there's surprises at the time of Purim in every generation. And so we wish you Purim Someach, and stay tuned for the events that follow. And I wish you Purim Someach. I'm Yehoshua Yaakov. I'm the author of the trilogy Humanomics. Its central organizing principle is the new cognitive behavioral science first principle, receiving to give, which in Hebrew is kabel b'shiltet, and the new economic paradigm, the integration of labor, and that's the authentic and only macro solution for driving the transformation structurally of the U.S. and G20 economies. And we thank you for listening, and this is the Purim story. Pretty much that's it. Purim Someach. Thank you for listening.